Wow. That was Five Nights at Freddy's, released this past weekend in 2023 in theaters and on Peacock, and is directed by Emma Tammy, who has also directed such films like The Wind and Fair Chase. And this film is starring Josh Hutcherson, Elizabeth Lail, Piper Rubio, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Matthew Lillard. Mike Schmidt is a lazy piece of shit who can't keep a job for more than a couple of weeks. And most recently, he's been given the new role as security guard of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but still does a terrible job where he falls asleep every night dreaming about Nebraska and the abduction of his younger brother. Well, Mike starts realizing that there's some weird things going on at Freddy's as the animatronic animals start coming alive and acting all creepy and shit. So now it's up to Mike to figure out the connection between these animatronic animals and the abduction of his younger brother, because apparently everything is connected, as he's discovered in his dreams. Now let me preface this review by saying I've never played any of the games. If anything, I have watched other people play them because that's a popular thing to do, just watching other people play them on Twitch and YouTube and things. And from watching other people play them, I thought they looked terrifying because of all the jump scares, and I have no control over where these people are looking. They're looking at the computer screen, then they're looking at the door, and then they're looking over at the supply shelf, and then all of a sudden the rabbit's there! It's a whole bunch of jump scares, which is very terrifying. Which is like 90% of the essence of the game, right? Or at least that's from my understanding of the whole marketability of the game. So you think that making a movie about Five Nights at Freddy would also, like, take in those jump scares and use those in the film, right? Wrong! We don't get any creepiness, any murders, or any scary stuff until like 40 minutes in, and even then, it's all toned down scary stuff because this film is rated PG-13, so you get the obligatory, oh, someone's about to be bitten, or someone's about to be torn in half, and the camera's gonna quickly pan over there so that we don't see anything, we just hear all the bones snapping. That is bullshit. Five Nights at Freddy is supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be a fun Halloween scary ride. This film bored me to tears, and it pissed me off because the performances in here were absolute shit. From everybody. And that's saying a lot because I like Matthew Lillard, but he's barely in here, and when we finally do get him, he's something. I don't know. We follow this guy Mike, but for some reason he never gives out his last name. Irrelevant, his name's just Mike. So the entire time I'm just yelling at the screen like, Mike, you fucking suck! He's been given the custody of his younger sister, which I don't know what judge ruled on that, but it's just someone did. And he's a lazy, tired piece of shit. He can't hold down a job for more than 2 weeks. He always has this little stubble beard on his face because he's trying to make himself seem like he's older than 15. You're not fooling anyone, brah. You're gonna be 15 for the rest of your life. And he's given this job of security guard to watch over this restaurant for the entire night, and to not fall asleep, and to watch the monitors. Yet, the first thing he does, sits down, and he goes to sleep. You broke the fucking rules in like the first 2 minutes! But then his little sister, who's doing her best impersonation of Dora the Explorer, comes along with him, and then all of the animatronics like her, and they want her to be like them so that they can all be together. The story here is so surface level. It is so simple, and it's not inspiring at all. The pacing here is the worst part of this film. There is no drive, there is no energy moving forward. We are all just trudging along, and we're just listening to Mike talk about his backstory the entire time, and we don't fucking care. All we want is to see Freddy and his friends do some creepy stuff, and we barely get any of that here. I love how this cop, who is really the worst cop in the entire world because all she does is just focus on Mike and his family and Freddy's. She doesn't drive around anywhere else and do other policing. She just drives up to his house or drives over to Freddy's. And when she drives up to his house to be like, what's going on? I found these meds here, these sleeping pills. What are you doing? Mike takes the dramatic pause and is like, hey, you want to go for a walk? Because I can't talk about my problems here at the house that I live in and that I feel safe in. I want to take a walk and walk down by the stream. There, I will divulge everything to you. This movie is so overly dramatic. It's taking itself way too seriously. There is no sense of fun here, and there's a complete avoidance of the entire Freddy and his friends thing. We're focusing on Mike, the human characters. Basically, this movie has transformed itself. I would love to get a Transformers movie that is about the Transformers, but so far, every entry has been about the humans, and the Transformers are kind of there in the background. Same thing happens here. We're focusing on the humans and not about Freddy and his friends. I don't know how you could be a fan of these games and love this movie. I feel like this film did a disservice to you and your fan base. Like me, watching this movie, now I have no desire to play the games. I don't want anything to do with the games. I don't even want to watch people play the games anymore, because this property, this film, was so fucking stupid that it's a huge detriment to the games for me. I may have a contender for the worst film of 2023. I thought I had it in the bag with no hard feelings, but I don't know, this film is giving it a run for its money. I'm gonna give Five Nights at Freddy half a fucking Blu-ray because that's the lowest score I could possibly go.
No! No!
So guys, if you've seen Five Nights at Freddy's, what did you think about it? Am I wrong? Did you absolutely love it if you were a fan of the games? Whatever you thought, comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I release next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.